Right, what's happening, everybody? This is the Tan Tigers 01. Right, I'm here to give you my basically my a quick thoughts on like had a bit of an epiphany, if you will. You know, just a thought passed my head in terms of like a certain thing with Bangladesh cricket. Right. First of all, I did not watch this match because the stream was so botchy that after the first 4 overs, I could not watch anything at all because it used to play for maybe 2 seconds and then lag for like 25-30 seconds and then pause for like a minute or so all throughout. I could not watch it. So I'm not going to review something that I cannot watch. That wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair to y'all. Because just reading off a quick info report, that wouldn't be fair to y'all. Right. But a certain thought. No, I know the results. India won by 8 wickets. So, and congratulations to India. For what it's worth. They won a shortened T20 match, which essentially means nothing. They won a 15-over battle. For Fox, no, they won a 15-over battle. Let's just say what it is. They won a fucking 15-over battle. Even if Bangladesh would have won, obviously, if my team wins, I feel happy. But I wouldn't be fully satisfied because I'm like, yo, it's a 15-over battle. You have no time to strategize, no time to play yourself with nothing. And this is why, my stance on T20. This is why, this reminded me why I don't like T20 cricket, because it's not cricket, man. T20, it's barely cricket. When you get below 20 overs, below the minimum score required in an ODI match, and there were thoughts of reducing it to a 5-over side. If it's a 5-over side, it wouldn't matter who won. It absolutely wouldn't matter. Obviously, right now, it kind of doesn't matter who won. But yeah, the problem I think right now Bangladesh cricket is a few things I've noticed. 2015, Mortaza said he wants to reach the quarterfinals. That's his goal. Okay, good enough. Next, he wants to beat it. He wants to win the series against Pakistan. He done that and then done one better. Next, he want to beat India in the series. He done that and then lost third ODI. Next, he wants to beat South Africa. He wants to beat South Africa. He won that and then third one he wants to win the series. Okay, he done that. Okay, next Zimbabwe, he wants to whitewash. He done that. Okay. Same thing in the in the T20. Okay, now he said he won't be in the finals. He done that now. Okay. Notice a pattern. The pattern always seems to be the level below, some level below the top level. He did not say he wants to whitewash India. Did not say he wants to whitewash South Africa. Did not even say. I don't think even say he wants to whitewash Pakistan necessarily. To begin with. And over here, did not say he wants to win the tournament. I'm like, okay, for a team taking its strides, for a team improving, these are good steps. But I think Bangladesh have taken enough steps. Now, this is not a shot at Mortaza. For his brilliant captaincy, his resiliency, his belief in the team, kudos to him. Nothing but respect for the man. But right now, everyone, including the coaching staff, must understand it is time for Bangladesh to take that step further and show the world that we are just not we just did not have a 12-month of glory period, and then we're gonna slump in form more than ever. I know this is a T20, and yes, we have taken immense strides in T20, but still, let's face it, the preparation for this tournament was whack as shit. Because if anyone watched the BPL, you will know that the pitches in the BPL were atrocious. They were a fucking joke, the pitches in the BPL. So you cannot have your team play a month worth of T20 cricket in a mud puddle and then give them a good pitch to bat on and then expect them to win the trophy. For what it's worth, how much they've come, they've made it to the finals. It's good enough for them. But still, it is now time to take that step further in terms of aiming what you want to aim for. Let's say the Champions Trophy 2017. You should do not say, "Oh, I want to make it to the quarterfinals." No, you should say, "I want to make it to the finals." You should have belief in your team that you are that damn good. Because only in this way, aiming higher and higher, will your team succeed and have a permanent mentality of progress and success and not taking bullshit even from themselves. So, like I said, kudos to Bangladesh for how far they have come. As far as the finals match, it's a 15 over a side match. It practically means nothing. Because like I said, the Asia Cup is actually supposed to be a 50 over affair. Now, just because of the, this thing, pre-World T20 stuff, they said, okay, we're going to make it a pre-World Cup T20 tournament, Asia Cup. Essentially making this a warm-up for the World T20 and removing all the glory of the Asia Cup that the Asia Cup brings. In fact, you know what? Host the Asia Cup in Bangladesh. Don't host it in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, you will not get those. You will not get those crowds. You got in Dhaka. You will not get those crowds. No offense to Sri Lanka, but I'm sorry. When your home games are not sold out, your home team playing, those games are not sold out, that tells you something about the interest levels of cricket in Sri Lanka. That tells you something. And that is something Sri Lanka cricket really needs to look into in terms of their marketing. They really need to look into that. I know it's a country population less than Mumbai, but still, if you want cricket to be financially lucrative, you need to look into that. But yeah, like I said, T20 is something Bangladesh, they need to get a move on if they have to be taken even more seriously. I mean, in ODI cricket, you still have that apprehension. You still have that apprehension with Bangladesh. Believe me, I read the nonsense gibberish that these fucktards come up with on ESPN Cricket Info, in the comment section. Okay, and yes, and by the way, to all those security issues, right? Security issues. Look at how many teams participated. Look at how many teams participated in the ICC Under-19 World Cup. Did any one of them have a security complaint? No. Only you, Australia. Only you. That tells me there's something else going on besides that stupid nonsensical warning. Besides that, to add more to this, what's going on in India right now? What's going on in India right now? Had that happened with England or Australia and not Pakistan, this would have been a much bigger deal. A much bigger deal. And don't tell me that the security of English cricketers is more important than the security of Pakistani cricketers. That the security of Australian cricketers is more important than the security of, let's say, your West Indian cricketers or your South African cricketers or your Zimbabwean cricketers. Don't tell me that. If that's the case, then there's a clear bias with all of you. Not with us, with all of you, who are running cricket and all that bullshit. I'm sorry, I just have to get that out of my chest because you still have a few fucktards out there who think there's actually some legitimacy to to this fucking weird threats. these threats happening in India, the government came out, the local government came out and said, yes, we received threats. Had this been England or Australia, this would have been a much bigger deal. It shouldn't be a much bigger deal. It should be the same deal. Otherwise, you're playing right into the hands of your so-called enemies or whatnot. Whatever nonsensical jargon you fucking brainwashing media put out there. I'm sorry, I just had to get that off my chest. I just had to do it. Right, but let's see what happens right now, because Bangladesh. Wait a minute, aren't Bangladesh playing in Dharamsala as well? Anyways, this World T20, I think Bangladesh had a good look at what's going on. Okay. In fact, I thought it was a bit of a mistake to introduce Abu Haider Rani in a finals match, but still, we will see what happens. Okay, Bangladesh right now need to aim higher than just saying we want to reach the quarterfinals. No, at least semifinals, at least, and Champions Trophy 2017 finals, hands down finals, because the world knows we are better than a number 8 side. Even we are better than that. The world knows that. Alright, please leave your comments in the comment section below, and subscribe to Tan Tiger, subscribe to this channel, and follow me on Twitter at TanTiger01. Shout out to all of y'all, who will subscribe and like my videos and comments and all that. I'm looking forward to hearing what you think. This is Tan Tiger from V-Side signing out.